course, a little bit of an unusual kind of win in that we really didn't do that much statistically, especially on offense. But now our defensively, we made a lot of big plays. Pauling and Darius Leonard, I think, were the two guys that made the big plays early. And then we had a kick return, punt return too. So, you know, it's one of those kind of deals where we scored a lot of different ways. And, you know, I guess that's kind of what this team needs to do. We don't necessarily have the ability sometimes to methodically drive the football down in a way where we can be going that way. And, you know, that be the case, then we're going to probably have to do some of these kind of things. So that's why we were looking for points. We actually had some things in just trying to make some things happen this way.
How important was it for them? I mean, the defense scored the first 2 touchdowns, got things going. I mean, the offense had some good success too. But
yeah, well, it was one of those kind of things where, you know, it was a best case scenario for us. We wanted to go out and get them down, and I guess maybe the best case was that, you know, they got the football. We won the toss deferred, or they took the ball. I don't know which one, but they got the ball first. And I guess maybe the first play from scrimmage, they tried to throw a little shallow route, and we picked that off, and then we got another one for another score. So, you know, even though they looked like they were having some success against us, they were having, you know, some bad plays, which gave us scores. You know, that was good for us in a way where it took some of the pressure off of us.
how much did you need this kind of a win?
We needed a win. We needed a win where we took some of the, you know, some of the suspense out of the whole deal. You know, sometimes when you're sitting there kind of on pins and needles almost the whole game, it gets to be a tough kind of deal. You know, I thought we created enough space in there that you could kind of relax and play. And, you know, I think it was kind of a fun game for our kids because of the fact that we didn't have much pressure on us during most of the game.
How hard is that to not really have to run the ball? I mean, y'all doing so well passing, the defense is getting the ball.
Yeah, we hit some passes, and, you know, they gave up some big plays that way. We have that ability. That'd be good. They actually pushed us in a way where, you know, they had a lot of guys toward the line of scrimmage. They had, you know, safeties inserted, making plays for no gain. You know, when that happens, you got to, you know, find ways to keep them back. And one way that you can push them back sometimes is to throw the ball around a little bit. So that's what we did.
How good does it make you feel as a coach to have, you know, offense, defense, and special teams all scoring points?
Well, it makes you feel good. I like to see our offense still become more consistent. You know, we still got work to do there. We still have too many penalties. You know, we had 80-some yards, I think, in penalties this game, which is, let me see, you know, 100-some yards in penalties. That's crazy. And we got to figure out how to fix that. But one of the things we got to do is get back to some of the fundamental techniques of how we block the outside one. We have to learn to get low blocks, I guess, maybe something like that, so we can keep our hands on people.
Hey, with the Bethune loss, what does this put us back in?
Well, it puts us back in charge of our own destiny. You know, we're in a situation now where if we can find a way to win out, then of course, you know, then we can, you know, we can stake our claim to part of the conference championship. Now, exactly how much, I don't know yet, because you got to figure out what the scenario is when you get to that point. How is Savannah doing? Because somebody told me Savannah was beating North Carolina Central.
Central came back.
Central did come back. Okay, because that's kind of a shaky deal. That's scary. But now we got some teams on the back end of our schedule that can beat us. So, you know, we still got to work. We got to take it one at a time and kind of count your chips when the deal is done. You know, I think we can't get ahead of ourselves. So right now we do have the, I guess maybe some of the incentive in the fact that we do have our destiny in our own hand. But, you know, it's one game at a time still. We better make sure we get to Delaware State next and whoever's next after that, because if not, then we'll get beat by some of these other guys.
The guys coming back healthy, I mean, Pauling, LA, that helps you kind of get ready for the rest of the season and the grind.
Yeah, Pauling helped us a good bit. He made some nice plays. He's the guy who kind of runs our secondary. He was back last week, but he didn't play quite as well. And then he made some nice plays tonight. And then we've got some other guys. Tamarick Hemingway didn't play much. Dondre Brown played a little bit, didn't play much. You know, we have a lot of guys that's kind of dinked up a little bit, and we got to see if we can work on getting those guys back to full speed. Hopefully next week we have all of them back to full speed.
Okay.